Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Cindy. So in this video today we are going to talk about Microsoft Excel errors. So I think all of us have ever come across MS Excel errors. So errors in Microsoft Excel, like these are errors that occur when a formula or function cannot be processed by the computer or the calculating system of Microsoft Excel. So like these errors are normally displayed as specific codes in cells to help users identify what went wrong, so you could easily correct it. So there are very many types of errors that we have, as we are going to see as we look into the video. I'll try as much as possible to talk about almost all. So the first error that we're going to talk about is hashtag div stroke 0. So let us dive into this video. So we shall come and open Microsoft Excel. So when you open, we have this. So we are going to use a new workbook. So let me first maximize this page. So literally I'm going to use names of students. I'm going to be as if I'm going to form a report card. So I'll put name of students, name, and the subjects. Let me just put English, SST. I think I can use this too, basically to talk about what I want. So now I'll put here the error. So I can put Cindy, first student, can put this, can put Ben, can put Jaden. I think this will be enough for us to see the kind of errors I'm talking about. So the max, put here 80, and then 90 this side, 78, and then 56, and then 69, 90, and then 100, and then 50. So we have this here. So let's start with the error. Now the first error that I'm going to talk about, it is hashtag div stroke 0, and then this error, like this error occurs when you try to divide a cell or a number by 0 or an empty cell. That's when this error will occur. So let's try and divide one of these numbers here by 0. So I'm going to divide C2 divide by 0. So I'll be like equals open bracket the cell C2 divide by so C2 divide by 0. So I'll close the bracket and then press enter. So if you do that, we're going to see this kind of error here. So this error only occurs like if you try to divide a number by 0 or by an empty cell, meaning that that cell doesn't exist, or of course we can't divide numbers by 0, any number divided by 0. So as you can see, that's the first error. So we go to the second error. So in the second error, let us try and do this. Let us try and get A3. So we shall maybe try to add A3 to any number. So be like equals open brackets A3 plus 5, then close bracket, enter. So when you do that, you get this error, which is hash value then an exclamation mark. So like this error occurs, it happens when Excel encounters are mismatched. For example, if you're trying to add a text to a number, for example, in this cell we had the name Ben. So like if you get Ben and then you add 5 to Ben, that thing doesn't make sense. So it gives us this error that you can see here. So we go to the next error. The next error, we shall come and say equals open brackets. Oh no, let us use sum. Let us try to sum up. So I'll put sum, but then I'll make the spelling to be wrong. So sum, which is SUMM, open brackets. Then I'll try to add up B2 to let me say B5. 5. So I'll press enter. Now when you press enter, you're going to get this error, which is hashtag name and then a question mark. So now this error, for it occurs like when the system fails to recognize the name of the function. For example, we put this, I remember we used sum and then the spelling of sum was wrong. So meaning this operating system failed to recognize the sum that we had written. So that's why it gives us this error, which is hashtag name and then a question mark. So go to the next error. Okay, so in the next error, we shall let us try and use VLOOKUP. So equals VLOOKUP. Now for VLOOKUP, we shall put open quotation. Let me say I'll put apple. I'll use apple. Then comma. So I'll get from B2, comma. So B2 to I think let me see C2 as well. Or probably I can use C5 and then comma, then I'll put 2, then comma, then I'll put false, and then I'll close the bracket. So there's a problem with this formula, so let's try again. So probably I can put open bracket, open quotation, yep. So there is error. It is hashtag n/a, meaning not applicable. So this error normally occurs when a formula cannot find the value it's looking for. So if the formula cannot find the value that it's looking for, we end up with such an error. So I think we go to the next error, just add error. So the next error is, let's see what to do. This next error we shall say equals caps SQ, so it's SQRT, and then shall put maybe say -1, close the bracket. So it gives us this error, which is hashtag num. Then, so this error occurs when a formula produces a number that is too large to be represented in Excel, or when an invalid number is used in calculation. So this error normally occurs if maybe the value is too huge to fit in this space, and also sometimes if maybe the number that you've used is not applicable. So you get this particular error. So that takes us to how many errors are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to the sixth error. The next error, we shall try out this. We shall say equals to sum, open brackets. So we shall try to sum up from that to 5, and then leave space, and then from C2 to 5, and then we close the bracket. Press enter. So when you do this, you're going to find another error, which is hash null, and then an exclamation mark. So this error like usually occurs when a formula refers to an intersection of two ranges that doesn't actually intersect. So like here, as you can see, we were trying to add two rows, rather two columns that do not even have anything in common at all. So we cannot start adding English and then SST at the same time, like to find a total. So we had to like do English alone, and then we do SST alone. So when you try to get this, add all this together, it gives you this error, which is hashtag null and then an exclamation mark. So that's the seventh error. We go to the eighth error. Now the eighth error, let's see what to do. So in the eighth error, I think we need to demonstrate something. We shall come here and then let's use Ben. So we shall come to this cell that has Ben, that's corresponding to Ben, and then we shall say equals, then sum, open brackets, and then we shall sum this to that, then we shall close the bracket, then press enter. What happened here? Sum, equals to, let me get the average. No, let me use sum, open brackets, we shall try and get this. Then that, this. So literally this error is not applicable in here. So let's try and look for another error. So the next error that we're going to look at, we are going to try and we sum two cells without putting anything at all. You just say equals to, and then we get this plus plus this, and then you just say enter. So literally this will give us, this is the answer it gives us. But then if we try to delete this cell, be like we delete it, and then no, okay, if you delete this, meaning you have to delete this entire column. So if we delete this and we try to add it up, it's supposed to give us an error, which is hashtag ref, meaning that this error occurs when the reference is invalid, like when you're trying to add references that ain't working. So it gives us the hashtag ref error. Then the last error that I'm going to talk about is the the 4 hashtag errors. Like there are 4. Let me see if I could get, let me do it here. So we have, if I could just put this. So literally when you find this error means that that specific space or the working space is too small to make your numbers to fit in here. So in most cases this error is corrected by adjusting like the cell to make the work fit in there. So with all this, I think we've come to the end of the video. So these are the errors I could talk about. There are still very many errors. Maybe you could look it up or try to Google up and then try to learn more, but these are the ones I could talk about in this video. So thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time.